beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I'm your hostess, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. On behalf of Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot, I go by Melinda, NailFanatic, or you can just call me Empress. I'm here today to deliver to you your free channeled tarot message from the download series. So sit back, relax, and have a sit, listen for a while. If it's yours, if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Or don't. If it doesn't resonate, leave it where you found it. The choice is always yours, so make your choices responsibly because, hey, at the end of the day, you're the one who will live with the choices that you make. If you want to know more about getting your personal reading or having your personal question at the end of this general free tarot message, the directions to have that done is below the video. I want to thank you for the growth on the channel. Thank you for all the love, and let's get into your reading. After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah.
All right. So today we're going to start with a card from the Kabbalistic Tree of Life Tarot. So let's see what we have coming out as our overall energy for the message. So thankful and grateful to be here, to be of service. Thank you for the growth on the channel. Shout out to True Blue Bunny, our first commenter of the session. Vibrant thing. It's a vibrant thing. Welcome back. Wanderer. Not all who wander are lost. Liza. The beautiful Liza. Okay, what's the overall energy of the message today, please and thank you? All right. Agitation. Okay, agitation comes through. Another card came out face down over here. I'm being guided to pull it too, and it says Pandora's Box. Pandora's Box. Now, I haven't studied this deck extensively, so if you have, you may not like the way I read from it, but I don't care. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to channel these messages through. Okay, the seed is at the bottom of the deck here. So something's been planted. Listen, with the seed that was been planted, you opened up a Pandora's box because now I hear all the stuff that was in there blocking the way of the growth of that seed. Now that there's a desire for that seed to grow, anything that was blocking the growth of that seed has now become an irritation like a mofo. Yeah, somebody highly irritated because a seed has been planted. And anything that blocks its growth is creating some disruptive energy. So I forgot to light our incense once again. I've been blinging my car since I woke up today. All I wanted to do was bling my car. So I've been doing what I wanted to do. Had to run to the store and getting ready to come play skip-ball with these kids. And I said, oh shit, I haven't done my download. I gotta do my download. They're waiting. I gotta do the download. So here we go with your download. Let's see what tarot deck will we use today. What tarot deck wants us to be? Oh, not a tarot deck. They want me to use an oracle deck in place of a tarot deck and clarify it with the handmade. Okay, so we'll be using the Journey of Love. The Journey of Love deck is going to be used today as our main deck. We'll clarify it with my handmade clarifying tarot. So what do we have for the Love, Peace, and Happiness Tribe? What's the download today, please and thank you? So, the situation, her grace. Ooh, grace is a very divine and benevolent quality. At the core of everything is her grace. Is it your grace? I feel like it is. Her grace, benevolence, with the sacred spiral of life finding its light at the center of her mind, I see like it expands and radiates outwards from you. It expands and radiates outwards for you. I hear as you're graceful to yourself, your graciousness is viewed by all in your presence. Okay. Are you okay, Quentin? All right. You might need to go ask for some cough medicine, grandson.
Yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. It's today. All right. I heard 2 more shuffles on the handmade clarifiers, and we'll see what's going on with this situation showing up as her grace. Ooh, I love. She's got a whole lot of confidence on her. The way she's like, she got her head up, her eyes are closed because she's trusting and she's knowing. Look at her face. I hope you can see it good on the camera. She's like got her head tilted back, and she's like, I can flow through anything. Here, I fly on the wings of my grace. Okay. What's the download here with her grace? The Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, feminine energy, who brought in the 5 of Swords, chaos, confusion, some doubts, some sort of, so there's some sort, there's some sort of disruptive energy. Yeah, disruptive energy being brought in with this Queen of Wands energy. So let's see what else we have with that. The Hierophant and the Magician. Interesting. So the Hierophant and Magician. So Hierophant, life lessons, power. That's what you were supposed to get out of this. Also spiritual authority. Spiritual authority is here. The spiritual authority is here. The bottom of the clarifying deck right now is a 4 of Cups, which is telling me you've rejected this. Whatever this was, you didn't accept it. You rejected it. You didn't accept it for yourself. Okay. So her grace having something to do for someone with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, feminine energy. Okay. There's also the energy of the Taurus with the Hierophant and Gemini with the Magician. Okay, 4 of Cups. There's some sort of rejection from a powerful place. It's like to put you in, as you stand in your spiritual authority and power, it's like spirit recognizes your spiritual authority. You have authority not just on earth in your own life, but you have spiritual authority. Praise, cheers to that. Oh, I forgot to thank I forgot to speak to my, thank you. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am rich. I am that bitch. I am going to go get that bag. And I am not going to take your shit. I am protected, well respected. I'm a queen. I'm a dream. I do what I want to do. And I'm who I want to be because I am me. Praise. Thank you. Sometimes I just sing the whole lyric to my water. Anyways, somebody needed to learn. Okay. Water speaks to water. All right. What's going on outside of you? I heard outside of you, fire and ice. Fire and ice. Outside of you, somebody here is hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. This fire and ice looking so much like this 5 of Swords energy. So I feel like this is this Queen of Wands energy that is in your clarifiers for the situation. Hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. Well, let's look deeper at that hot and cold energy that's coming in from them. And let's see, as this energy external to you, why is fire and ice here showing up as the external energy? Okay. Clarifying that, we have the Page of Swords and the King of Wands. I told you it was that Queen of Wands energy. I told you it was a fire sign person. These cards are confirming that. The Page of Swords. And so they're looking, they're snooping, they're searching, they're spying, they're questioning, they're contacting, they're thinking at the very least. At the very least, they're thinking. Okay, this person thinking. Let's see what else. I heard stinking thinking. Knight of Swords, okay, and the 7 of Cups. Knight of Swords is about confronting negativity, and it's also moving very quickly. And the 7 of Cups about an illusion, about a delusion, about unconditional love, okay? What's at the bottom of the deck? The 9 of Pentacles. Single. Okay, so somebody here, what I heard is somebody was hot and cold because they tried to come up and present an illusion. They presented an illusion that they wanted to come in quick and all that stuff, but it was all talk. Somebody here very much in their single energy. They want to be single. They're staying single. That's what I see coming up in your environment. Is it Leo, Aries, Sagittarius person in your experience? Is likely so according to these cards right here. I want to get from my handmade oracle some clarifiers on both of these positions. So let's look at how this is coming through. Okay, and then we'll look at you. So let's get some shuffles on the handmade clarifying deck, please, and thank you for delivering the download through me for my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity, for their highest, latest, and brightest good, for their overall love, peace, and health, and wealth, and happiness, praise in all their days, in all of our days, in all days, period. How's that? Praise. Okay, here we go. Soplalo. All right. Thank you for clarifying her grace here as a situation-wise, her grace here as a situation. Uh-oh, because old dried cereal is stuck to the table. It's time to clean the table for a new meal. When this card comes up, it talks about a clean slate, holding on and breaking it off. So the situation is a breaking it off. Somebody did this gracefully. Somebody gracefully broke off a situation with that rejection energy. Somebody gracefully broke off a situation. Somebody here was playing an illusion of commitment. It was just an illusion. They tell you everything you want to hear. They talk a good game, but at the end of the day, they're only there for themselves. They're only worried about themselves. They ain't worried about nobody else, what nobody else got going on. It's what you could do for them, not what they could do for you. I mean, they'll do for you as long as it involves their feeding from your energy. So in other words, if you're around them and if it pertains to your being around them, they'll do it. If it doesn't pertain to your immediately being around them, then they won't do it. If it has to do with you and yours and it doesn't actually affect them being able to be around you, they won't do it. Because the facade is, I want to be with you. The magician and the Hierophant together are saying that somebody presented a facade and said that they wanted to marry you. They wanted to be with you. They were committed to this situation. Somebody was committed that, oh yeah, I'm committed to completing this project. Oh yeah, I'm committed to finishing this job. Oh yeah, I'm serious about this. Whatever it is, fill in the blank. It could have been anything that they said they were serious about. But this person here, yeah, ended up having to reject it because it's like, it's starting from scratch, letting all that go. Okay. Let's see the handmade oracle clarifier for this fire and ice as far as what's going on external to you, the other party in this experience, who looks like somebody that's spying, asking questions, texting, communicating, some sort of all caught up in their head even, or trying to devise a plan. Okay, let me see what we have. From the guiding lights, it says, listening carefully serves you well now. Hear both what is said and what is left unsaid for clues and hidden information. Yes, so like I said, this person be hot and cold. And the thing about them is they're telling you one thing, but their intentions are coming with the facade. With the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups, somebody here is presenting a facade. They're talking to you. They're giving you information. All the information they're giving you is not all exactly accurate. They might be just telling you enough to try to draw you in. It's like somebody who tries to bait you with some of their experience, right? Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Let's look at you in this experience. What's happening with you in this experience from the journey of love? What is happening with you in this experience, please and thank you. Let's start what's happening with the tribe. Show me the tribe in this experience. Thank you. Devotion to the small. It's card number 32. Interesting. I heard he who is faithful in much is faithful, and who's faithful in the least is faithful in the much. So I'll start to say backwards, right? So maybe you started to do something backwards, but at the end of the day, you paid attention to the small details. You paid attention to what somebody was, their actions. I heard you paid attention to what was said, what was not said, what was whispered, what wasn't whispered, etc. Okay, let's clarify. And I feel like you catch all the details. I feel like in this experience, you catch all the details. I look at you. You reach down to take care of something, to nurture something. So in some way, did you reach down from your place to try to be a benefit, to extend some of your grace? Okay. Clarify this devotion to the small, please, and thank you. Why is devotion to the small? Tribe showing up as devotion to the small. Okay. The Six of Swords, truce energy. The Two of Swords, refusing to see. Okay. Following the intuition. Okay. The Ace of Wands, a seed for a new beginning. When we talked about planting a seed, right? And the Queen of Cups, a seed about being receptive to love. You planted a seed about being receptive to love. And doesn't this look like she's planting the seed right there? I mean, seriously, there's a flower there. Maybe she took care of it for a while after she planted it, but there's a seed there. Okay. There's a plant there. There's something growing there, and she's tending to it. Okay. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The 10 of Swords. Yeah, that's the 6 of Swords and the 2 of Swords energy being confirmed right there, that there's been an ending. So there's a truce. You're not mad. You're not angry. You're not bitter. You're not grudging, but you are moving on, refusing to see. So here you are. You're at peace with what's going on. You're just like, okay, it is what it is. I took care of everything. And here you go. You're moving on for your seed of another new beginning. You know, you started fresh before, you go start fresh again. Just because this one, you know, come up with hot and cold and really want to be single and don't really want to be involved, don't mean you ain't gonna still keep going for what the fuck you want. If you think this person here who wasn't ready for you gonna stop you from going for what you know you deserve, what you know you've been wanting, what you know you've been manifesting, if there's somebody, if anybody think that, they got a whole nother thing coming. Because just because this wasn't it, don't mean that I quit. Hello, all I'm going to quit is investing into this, that it's not it. Okay. Clarify the devotion to the small in the tribe's energy in this experience, please, and thank you. Why is the devotion to the small here? Because from the guiding lights, it says, the path you have chosen is taking you in a roundabout way to the destination you have chosen. So it's like this experience was a stop along the way that had to be made for whatever reason. It's a roundabout way. Some of you feel like you keep cycling back to this, cycling back to that. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life. So for a purpose. There's a purpose. Maybe you're cycling back to take care of to do a little bit, attending to something that you planted, to care for, cultivate a little bit more. But even still, then it's like, are you really returning in the physical? I don't feel like it. I feel like this, so this is unconditional love. Somebody was looking for unconditional love, and you actually are giving it to them. In order to cut through the negativity, you giving them the unconditional love, which means I love you no matter who you are, where you are, who you with, what you doing, if I ever see you again or not. Praise. I love you. So here you are. Is it just a thought that you're cycling back to? Because I feel like it's done. There's an energy of forgiveness here with that truth. There's an energy of forgiveness, you know? So you might be just speaking to their soul. Did you know that most times it's more effective to just speak to their soul anyways than it is to speak to their ears? Especially if you're at odds with the person. If y'all have to agree to disagree, it's often more effective to speak to their spirit than it is to speak to their ears. You'll accomplish more that way. Okay, so what's the guidance in this experience for the highest, lightest, and brightest outcome? And we have the light field. It's card number 63. So we have the magical energy of the number 9 and the 369 energy here. Okay, the light field. Let's get some clarifiers on that. Hold on. No. First do the book. Okay, hurry. I'm on it. There's my book for the Journey of Love. It's a bigger one. ¿Dónde está? La libreta. There it is. It was hiding behind the other book. Number 63. The light field. You are very open to the other side. The veil that separates the worlds is very fine for you. For there is much love in your heart, and love exists beyond all barriers, including those of time, distance, and even death. If you wish to communicate with those that have passed on, do so through your heart. If you want to communicate energetically with your beloved ones, even though you are separated in physical location, then you can do so now. Pause. I told you these messages were channeled because I just fucking finished saying, talk to their spirit, don't talk to their ears. And that's the same thing the book just said in a much prettier way. Okay. push play on the book again. If your psychic abilities are opening and you need confirmation or reassurance, accept this message of guidance as being such. Those who have passed can be received fully and peacefully into the light, and your love guides them home. The messages that you sense in your own heart that come from unconditional love that uplift and reassure can be trusted. The light is so close to you, beloved. It surrounds you as you glow from within. This oracle brings you guidance that you are connecting with a field of awareness that is real and that you are protected by light as you do so. It is confirming that there is nothing for you to fear, and that those that have passed on or will pass on in the future will always be safely held in love. It is also confirmation that there are very real bonds that connect you to your loved ones, past, present, and future, that are beyond the confines of time and space. Whoa. The poetry says, when I'm in love, I am not afraid to be any part of me. I let it all be free for the world to know. And when I'm ready to love, I will create a reflection of who I am. And we will shed our fears, complete our past, and trust love to be our guide. Wow. I'm glad they made me read the book first, because that was a really good message and super confirming that these channel messages is coming through just as they were designed to by the divine too. Praise. Okay. Let's get the handmade clarifiers on this field of light. Why is the field of light here? Please and thank you. Show me why the field of light is here at this time. The field of light is here because of the 3 of Pentacles and the Justice card. Okay, interesting. So, collaborative efforts, working together. In the physical, justice, no more. What else? The Page of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Thinking about what to do, okay, to persevere. So what do you need to do to persevere? Because physically working with this energy is not available. How can you persevere? I persevere in love, although, well, we just talked about that. That's why the light field is here. It's about persevering in love and justice, okay, and still moving forward, okay. So taking action spiritually, mentally, okay, because the 5 of Wands, this is it. The 5 of Wands, because there's been battles. There's been a war. You don't need to live on a war zone, honey. It's like somebody told my daughter, you're such an angel. And my daughter said, well, angels don't live in hell, so you better make heaven for me. She's fucking smart young lady. I'm proud of her. If I knew what she knows at her age, oh, man, I don't even know where I'd be, but I'm glad I know now. That's all I know. I don't regret not a thing, and I'm glad my child knows. Okay, back to your reading, though, the light field. Clarifying from the handmade oracle, the light field, from the guiding lights, it says, synchronicities abound to say you are on your divine path in a delightful way. Honey, your path is lighting up with synchronicities to let you know that you are doing as you should. You are doing right what you should. This is just like the other night I was out. I looked up. I was like, oh, that looks like a nice person for my brother to talk to. And then I looked around. I was like, oh, wow, that looks like me. Had a nice little conversation. Moved on with my life. It was a beautiful synchronicity because it was like bam, bam, bam. You know, it's like you're going to see this stuff happening where somebody is, get off of there with your shoes. Somebody is ready to attend to you and they show up, and it's spirit showing up. They're showing up in different faces, different places, different names and people, but the experiences are all the universes. God is showing up to be of service to you, okay? They're being of service to you because you chose to remove yourself from something here by paying attention to the small. And even though you've removed yourself physically, you still there spiritually. You still do the work spiritually. You still love. You still that love and peace and happiness. Yes. What's at the bottom of the Journey of Love oracle? The communal dance. It's all about the community. Remembering that it's about the big picture of the whole community. Our whole community rises as we rise. Each one of us individually affects the overall vibration and frequency of humanity on earth. Okay, so when you're raising vibration and you're doing the work to raise consciousness and awareness for the empowerment of the authentic self, that will raise the vibration. But here's the thing, to be able to do that, like I said, once the seed is planted, then it like creates this agitation that must be dealt with, and there's this whole Pandora box of shit that comes out of there. Oh boy. Some people like to when they go through this, they like to call it the dark night of the soul, because all your bullshit come to the surface must be dealt with in order for this seed to grow. All of these things that have been held on to are obstacles and blockages for the growth of the seed that was planted. That seed is planted for your authentic empowerment of your true self. Okay, the bottom of the deck is the Lovers card here. The Lovers is a Gemini energy. Okay. Whew. And I hear somebody's talking shit like, what you talking about don't work. You're full of shit. You crazy. You do things backwards. Well, honey, whoever that is, I'm worried about what you're talking about because I already know how it works. I lived the experience of it, okay? And the thing of it is, God said, don't worry about that stuff, but we're going to bring it up because what we want you to know is that what you're doing is groundbreaking. You're not just thinking about it, talking about it. You're putting it into practice in regards to generational karmic cycles. That is your whole goal. That was your whole purpose when you came here, was to put it into practice in regards to these generational cycles. What? The reconciliation of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies, okay, within yourself, and sharing that and how that works, which is actually the empowerment of the authentic self, okay, and sharing that with the community, bringing it back to the community, okay. What's at the bottom of the Handmade Oracle here? The kindness you've shown today will be repaid in kind by another person along the way. So you did something here. You did something here for someone that was planting a seed that would change their whole life. It was going to put them into this field of light that would agitate all the dark places and all the, you know how you see on the movies, they shine the light in the room and then all these critters just run? Yeah, bitch, it's like that. All the shit come out. All the shit come out once you shine the light in there. And so, as a result, it's like Pandora's box is open. So now you shone the light on some things. You planted some seeds. Not only have you gone through this yourself, but you're watching or you're aware of, or somebody was removed from your experience so that they can go through that. Chances are they were removed from your experience. That's the way the message is coming through strongest. And here for you, what you do is you still honor the connection by doing the work spiritually. You speak to their spirit. You speak to their heart. You speak to their energy. You don't speak to their ears or their face. You don't. You don't speak to their ears or their face. You speak to their spirit. You know that you can speak to their spirit no matter where they're at in any time, space, or dimension. And if they on earth, even easier. No, it's all the same. It's not harder. It's not easier. It's the same. There's not one that is harder than the other. You miss your mother who's in spirit. You miss your father who's in spirit. Do like she do. Just think about them and remember what it felt like when they will hold you, and you'll see that they show up. They're actually there. You're in the moment. They're really there with you. And then a conversation can ensue. You can experience this too. Okay. Somebody here, you're agitated. Part of what's agitated for somebody here is their spiritual abilities to commune with spirit, the ability to see spirit, hear spirit, all that shit. That's got somebody triggered than a motherfucker right now. Interesting. But somebody wanted to be independent. They wanted to be on their own. For someone, this was a work that they had to do independently. Maybe they didn't want to be on their own, but they have to do this work. They cannot do this work with you right there, helicopter parenting their ass. Because it is definitely like a spiritual child of yours that you're birthing. When you plant the seed, it's like your spiritual baby. So you always continue to think about your babies. Even when they gone to school or they gone to school, gone to do what they got to do. You remember your babies and you pour blessings over them and you remind them spiritually. Remember everything we talked about. Okay, you got this. It's a very parenting energy that's coming through, a very loving, nurturing energy. You know, it's not a romantic loving energy, okay? Some of you did love this person romantically. You don't know more. Some of you do love this person romantically, but you've never had the chance, but you really just love the person as it is. And so you think that this could be a great romance. Okay. Interesting. Oracle messages. Let's start with the manifest soulmate oracle for the love and peace and happiness tribe at this time. Please and thank you. Welcome, Tate. So thankful and grateful that you could unwind from a day with us, honey. Yes, please and thank you. What a day, what a day. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. If your knowledge were your wealth, then it would be well earned. If we were made in his image and call us by our names, most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. According to the Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 beings, 2 separate beings, condemning them to spend their lives in search of their other halves. Plato's Symposium. This is coming out for you, and I want to know, why did they give us that card? The bottom of the deck is your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Okay, there it is. Thank you. Very clear. You believe in love. You believe in love like you believe. You know, and you had a dream. Like Martin Luther King, you had a dream of being able to have this love. You still believe in love. Like I said, just because somebody here wasn't ready for you doesn't mean that you're going to give up on the idea that you're really going to ever have it. Oh, you thought I was going to stop. You thought I was going to stop opening up that chapter for love. You thought I was going to stop expecting the love to come in for me. Oh, you're wrong, Hunter. I know what to tell you. That's what somebody, you might, you know, with the person come up on your mind. And some of you finding another love. I'm looking for a new love, baby. You separated yourself so much from this person's energy that what's happening is they're feeling the dissonance. That's why they're thinking about you. When they come up in your mind, you just go send them love and let them go. You know what? Some of you, it's like, well, when you finish working through your bullshit, maybe we'll have a chance. Then you might feel that. You might feel like once you do some evolution, honey, go do some growth. Maybe then you'll be ready. But interesting. I feel like there's this awareness that somebody feels like they belong with you. We belong together. Who's gonna hold my hand? I don't know what the fuck. I don't need nobody to hold my hand. Do you? Maybe you say that. I don't need nobody to hold my hand. I was a grown-up. I'm grown up now. Oh my gosh. How funny is that? They just show me, yeah, it's only parents with their little children. That's where you learn to hold hands. And then you have these relationships. And just like parents with their little children, you want to hold let me hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. And you just give up so much just to hold the hand like a little kid. Just do what their parents say. But you ain't a little kid no more. Got to learn to walk on your own, my dear. That's a message for somebody here. Whoo-wee, what do we have? I want to use the Osho Zen Tarot as an oracle card. What do we have from the Osho Zen Tarot at this time? Please and thank you by Divine Design for the love, peace, and happiness tribe. For their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness. For their highest, lightest, and brightest good. Thank you for guiding the love, peace, and happiness tribe. What do we have? Choplelo. Okay. The guidance for the tribe. Courage. You must have courage. Look at that. Oh, wow. Wow. Because the one grew, then another one grew. Just because the one flower came up from the concrete, had the courage to grow, there's another little flower coming up, growing. Oh, my God. That's perfect. Oh, my God. You feel really connected to somebody. And you know what? This is why you have the devotion to the small. This is why you can't help but love. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You feel like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived. And I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Mm-hmm. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. Okay, so the dream. This is the Lover's card energy. Again, this is about you having that belief in the power of love, and the fact that you can have a love, that there is someone for you. You fucking believe it. Nothing's gonna change your mind, no matter how many times you try it, and the shit don't fucking work. You still gonna believe. You still gonna keep moving forward. You know what they say, be careful what you go looking for. You just might find it. Oh, so you're being full of care about what you're going looking for, because you know you just might find it. Interesting. But there's something here about a seed you planted. It's growing. There's something here about courage. It's growing. Now there's one big fully formed flower, and it looks like you. And then there's a little baby one coming out. And it's still in the challenging phase. Notice it only has 5 petals. 5 is the number of challenge. So I want some more oracle messages. And I want to get the oracle messages from the Rebel. From the Rebel deck. Thank you for guiding love, peace, and happiness right here at this time. For their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness. What is the most important guidance for them that you have at this time? Please and thank you. So thankful and grateful to be of services. All right. Short low. What do we have for you? What's the guidance for you? I heard, I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? I can give it to you, but what? Okay. You are giving your power away. Oh my God, you are a badass. Act like it. Wow. Interesting. The bottom of the deck. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Wow. Strong guidance here. As you've made choices in love, with the lovers at the bottom of the deck, they're saying you've made some big choices in love, and you had to tend to your own garden. And you know what? You've made some decisions to remove yourself from some things physically that you really love. But you're like, I'm not taking myself there no more because it pisses me off. Every time I go there, I just end up pissed off. That means there's some sort of disconnection here. That means I'm trying to sustain at least one or more counterproductive energies. Not doing that no more. I shall remove myself from this shit right here. That's what you said. Let's get the couples edition of the Rebel deck. What else? Couples edition. What do we have? Guidance for the love and peace and happiness. Try here at this time by divine design for their overall love and peace and happiness and their health and wealth, because they are blessed. Praise. All right. Soplalo. What is the guidance? Irritated? Eat, cuddle, sleep, repeat. Interesting. So if you have a partner and you've been irritated, you need to eat, cuddle, sleep, repeat. If you're fucking single, you need to eat, cuddle, sleep, repeat. Does that mean you have to have a person's body to cuddle? No, I cuddle every night. Get you a body pillow, baby. It's everything. And I highly recommend trying the bamboo sheets. If you've never slept with bamboo sheets, oh, you're cheating yourself. It's such a luxurious. I like cotton, but ain't nothing like bamboo. Oh, the bottom of the deck. Let shit go. Don't be so extra. Extra, read all about it. Okay. So, irritated. Let shit go. Don't be so extra. You're pissed about where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Stop giving your power away to something. Listen, you got to live in courage. So there's something you planted. It's growing even bigger. Somebody here, you're thinking about the person that planted a seed in you, maybe. Are you the one thinking about a person who planted a seed in you and now it's grown? Okay. Whatever kindness you've shown along the way is going to be paid in kind by another towards you along the way. Okay. You planted a seed, it irritated the shit out of somebody, it put some agitation in it, opened a whole Pandora box. Yeah, because now it's like cleaning out the fish tank at the bottom. You see all the shit at the bottom? You got to take it all out. You're not going to just clean this side of the fish tank. You got to clean the whole motherfucking fish tank. The Pandora box is open, baby. So try. Anywhere where you have been reconciling yourself to yourself, what if this is not actually two physical humans, but this is the symbolic of the separation of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within yourself, which is represented by the Lover's card. Okay, what if this is talking about the fracturing of the human intuition from human action that has been so prevalent in our society? Yeah. And what if that's about actually reconciling the self with the self? That's something that's coming up very interesting. So these are the messages that I have for you at this time. I want to close you out with, I'm hearing Divine Feminine Oracle message, and we'll be reading from the book, but let me find the deck one sec. So many decks I have, and I love them all. Okay, got it. All right, what's the most important closing message for the love and peace and happiness tribe at this time from the Divine Feminine Oracle, please? And thank you. Soplalo. What do we have? Hey, Judith. What do we have? Closing message for the love and peace and happiness tribe. Okay, thank you. Rita of Cassia, the patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. Heck yeah, baby. Creating miracles. I love. Let me see what was at the bottom of the deck, and then we'll read about Rita. The bottom of the deck was Marguerite Porret, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. This is why you're able to know and feel still love for those who just can't sustain in your physical energy any longer. You still feel love. You still send love. Okay. Rita of Cascia, excuse me. I saw that. Rita of Cascia. What page is she on? She is on page 13. Now, 13 is the death card in the tarot. So she brings big change out here. Big changes that create stability. She brings things down to the structure out here. She could change a whole structure of what's going on. She could change the whole core of a situation. She's able to break and remake foundations here. That's what I hear about her. So let's see what she says. Who she is. Saint Rita is of Cascia's life demonstrates the power of prayer to shift even what appears to be an impossible cause. She was born Margherita Lotti in 1381 in Italy to noble parents. She is associated with bees because as a child, it is said that they swarmed her but never stung her. And bees are symbolic of Mary. Hold on. Of Mary and the diligent work that must be done to gather honey or the immortal sweetness of Christ's love. Although Rita wanted to enter a convent, she was forced to marry Paolo Mancini and had her first child at age 12. Damn. Her husband was a wealthy nobleman who had many enemies in Cascia. Rita endured abuse and infidelities, but through prayer and kindness, she converted him to Catholicism. He then renounced the family feud known as La Vendetta. Even though Paolo had become a new man, a member of the feuding family murdered him for his previous acts. Rita's two sons wanted to avenge her father's death, but before they could, both died of dysentery. After the death of her husband and sons, Rita wanted to enter the monastery of St. Mary Magdalene in Cascia. She was given the condition that her family had to reconcile with the family that had killed her husband before she could gain entrance. Rita prayed to her patron saints, John the Baptist, Augustine of Hippo, and Nicholas Tolentino, to assist her in creating peace between the two rival families. The bubonic plague was ravaging Italy at that time and happened to take several members of both families. This was enough hardship that they agreed to relinquish the feud. Rita entered St. Mary Magdalene Monastery at the age of 36. Catholic legend said that she was transported into the monastery by her three patron saints via levitation. And legend also relates that while she was meditating on Christ at age 60, a ray of light pierced her between the eyes. The stigmata remained there until her death of tuberculosis in the monastery in 1457. When your soul selects her card, despite popular belief, Saint Rita isn't about suffering or martyrdom. Not in this context. Here she is about the miracles that happen when we choose to be steadfast about something or someone. This does not mean remaining in a situation that is harmful to us. It means knowing that we can believe anything is possible and that everyone is ultimately forgivable. Because forgiveness isn't about someone else. It's about freeing ourselves. We might have to draw these fierce boundaries and possibly never see this person again. But we can pray from any distance that a light larger than our own transforms them. Praise that a love that's greater than what we alone can hold and have for them might offer them a new life. Yes. St. Rita is asking us foremost to never give up on what we want for ourselves. And she's suggesting that a path to what we desire is in our belief that it is still possible. We might not know how or when things will align for us, but we can participate in a deep prayer, a bone trust that at some point what we most desire will arrive. What do I believe is possible for my life is the question that comes out here. Wow, I love. That's awesome. What a beautiful message we had today from the Divine Feminine Oracle. How perfectly it synced with all of the stuff that I channeled through today. These are the messages that I have for you. I don't see anybody have sent anything. If you did and I somehow didn't catch it, I will produce you a TikTok, so check back here. But with all that being said and done, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. Mwah.
I said I was quiet, was I?
Huh?
I said I was quiet, was I?